If you've ever wanted to place any logo, graphic, or image into perspective in Photoshop so it looks like it truly belongs in the scene, you're in the right place. In this video, I'm going to show you a fast and reliable way to do it using Vanishing Point. And once you learn this technique, you can use it on walls, floors, boxes, signs, screens, and just about any surface you can imagine. It's a huge time saver, and it can make your composites look far more realistic and professional. If this tutorial helps you out, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe for more practical Photoshop tips just like this. Let's jump in. First, open your main background image in Photoshop. This is the photo that contains the surface where you want your graphic to appear. Then open the logo, image, or design you want to place in perspective in a separate document tab. This is important because we want to copy the full asset cleanly before we bring it into the perspective grid. Once that asset is open, press Ctrl+A on Windows or Command+A on Mac to select the entire canvas. After that, press Ctrl+C or Command+C to copy it to your clipboard. You don't need to crop or isolate anything at this stage. Just make sure the full graphic is selected and copied properly. Now switch back to your main background image tab. Before we enter the perspective workflow, create a new blank layer at the top of your layers panel. You can name this layer perspective layer so it stays easy to identify while you work. Keeping everything on a separate layer is a good habit because it makes your workflow cleaner and gives you more control if you need to adjust anything later. With that blank layer selected, you're ready to map out the surface. Next, go up to the top menu and choose Filter, then Vanishing Point. This opens a special workspace inside Photoshop where you can build a perspective plane that matches the angle of the surface in your photo. At first, it might look a little unusual, but once you understand the process, it becomes very simple. On the left side of the Vanishing Point window, select the Create Plane tool, which is usually labeled with the C shortcut. This tool lets you define the exact shape and direction of the surface you want to target. Now zoom your attention to the background photo and click the four corners of the surface you want to use. For example, if you're placing artwork on a wall, click the four corners of that wall section. If it's a floor, click for the four corners of the area you want to cover. If it's a box or product panel, click the edges of that face as accurately as you can. This step is the foundation of the whole effect because Photoshop uses this plane to understand how your graphic should bend and shrink into perspective. Here's a very important tip. Watch the color of the grid outline as you place it. If the lines appear red or yellow, the plane is not aligned correctly, which means the perspective angle is mathematically off. Don't worry if that happens. Just click and drag the corner nodes until the grid shape matches the surface better. When the grid turns solid blue, that means the plane is valid and active and you're ready to accept content into it. Blue is what you want, so take a moment to make sure your grid looks as accurate as possible before moving on. Once the grid is blue and positioned correctly, press Ctrl+V on Windows or Command+V on Mac to paste the copied graphic into the Vanishing Point workspace. You'll usually see it appear flat in the top left corner of the window at first. That is completely normal. It hasn't been placed into perspective yet, so don't panic if it looks oversized or awkward at this stage. Now choose the Transform tool, which you can access with the T shortcut inside the Vanishing Point window. Use one of the corner handles to scale your graphic down to a manageable size. If needed, hold Shift while resizing so the proportions stay consistent and the image doesn't stretch in a weird way. The goal here is just to get it roughly close to the size of your blue grid area. It doesn't have to be perfect yet. You're simply preparing it for the snap into perspective. When the image is close to the correct size, click and hold the center of the graphic, then drag it directly toward the blue perspective grid. This is the magic moment. As soon as your cursor crosses over the grid boundary, Photoshop will automatically snap the image into the plane and distort it to match the exact 3D direction of the surface. It will instantly look like it belongs in the scene, following the same angle and depth as the background. This is what makes Vanishing Point such a powerful tool for realistic mockups and composites. From there, you can fine-tune the placement, adjust the size if needed, and make sure the graphic sits naturally within the surface. If it needs to be a little larger, move it. If it needs to align more precisely with the edges, tweak it before committing. The better your plane matches the original surface, the more realistic the result will look. Once you're satisfied with everything, click OK in the top right corner to apply the filter and commit the effect. And that's it. You've just learned how to place anything in perspective in Photoshop using a simple but powerful workflow. This technique is perfect for product mockups, signage, posters, screen replacements, wall graphics, and all kinds of creative compositing work. Once you get comfortable with it, you'll start seeing opportunities to use it everywhere in your editing projects. If this tutorial helped, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next Photoshop guide. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.